Have you ever wondered if you could live to 100 and still feel strong in your own body? Not just alive, not just getting by, but energetic, sharp, and independent. Many people believe longevity is mostly luck or genetics, but the truth is far more empowering. The habits you practice every day quietly shape the length and quality of your life. And sometimes the difference between a life that fades early and one that reaches a full century comes down to a few simple behaviors. Today, we're looking at 5 habits doctors warn you to quit immediately if you want to give yourself the best chance of living to 100. These habits may seem small, they may even feel normal, but over time, they can slowly drain your strength, your health, and your years. Let's begin. 1. Living a sedentary life. One of the clearest threats to longevity is too much sitting and too little movement. Many people assume that aging means slowing down. They think rest equals safety. But the human body was designed to move. When you sit for hours, watching television, scrolling your phone, or staying in bed long after waking, your muscles weaken, your joints stiffen, and your heart works harder. Movement keeps your system alive. You don't need intense workouts or hours at the gym. What matters is consistent motion. Walking around the house, stretching, standing up every hour. Small actions repeated daily can protect your mobility for decades. Longevity doesn't require athletic performance. It requires refusing to stay still for too long. 2. Social isolation. Another silent threat to a long life is withdrawing from the world. Human beings are social by nature. Connection strengthens the mind and protects emotional health. Yet as people age, it's easy to drift into isolation. Friends move away, work routines disappear, staying home becomes comfortable. But long-term loneliness can affect memory, mood, and even physical health. Strong relationships, on the other hand, act like medicine. They give us purpose, they stimulate the brain, they remind us we belong. Consider someone who makes a simple weekly habit, visiting the library, calling a friend, or chatting with neighbors. These moments may seem small, but they keep the mind engaged and the spirit alive. A long life isn't only about caring for the body, it's also about staying connected to other human beings. 3. Chronic stress and constant worry. Stress is part of life, but when stress becomes constant, it slowly damages the body. When we worry nonstop about finances, health, the news, or past mistakes, our bodies release stress hormones like cortisol. In short bursts, that response is useful, but when it lasts for months or years, it begins to strain the heart, weaken the immune system, and drain our energy. Many people spend enormous amounts of time worrying about things they cannot control, and those worries steal precious years. The solution isn't pretending life is perfect. The solution is learning to step out of the stress cycle. Simple habits can help. Deep breathing, morning walks, moments of gratitude. Even sitting quietly outside and listening to birds can reset the mind. One man in his 80s once said something powerful. I realized I had spent decades worrying about things that never happened. When he replaced worry with gratitude, his blood pressure dropped and his energy returned. Sometimes the healthiest decision you can make is simply this: let go. 4. Poor sleep habits. Sleep is not a luxury, it's biological repair. Yet many people treat sleep as optional, especially later in life. They stay up late watching television, scrolling through screens, or eating heavy snacks at night. Then they wake up tired and assume that fatigue is just part of aging. But doctors consistently emphasize something important. Even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, we still need about 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. During sleep, the brain clears toxins, the body repairs tissues, hormones reset. Without proper rest, memory declines, immunity weakens, and energy disappears. Improving sleep doesn't require complicated solutions. Often it's simple discipline. Turn off screens earlier, dim the lights, create a calm bedtime routine. A quiet evening habit, like reading a book instead of watching late-night TV, can transform your sleep. And better sleep transforms everything else. 5. Highly processed foods and excess sugar. Finally, one of the most damaging habits for long-term health is regularly eating highly processed foods. These foods are convenient. They're designed to taste good. But many are stripped of nutrients and loaded with sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. Over time, this diet fuels inflammation, weight gain, joint pain, and metabolic disease. The body thrives on real food, fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, water instead of sugary drinks. You don't need perfection, but small nutritional changes can create dramatic improvements. One older man decided to remove sugary drinks and processed snacks from his daily routine. Within months, his joint pain improved and his energy returned. He didn't change everything. He simply changed what he put into his body every day, and that change gave him a new level of vitality. Final thoughts. Living to 100 isn't only about luck or genetics. It's about daily decisions. The 5 habits we discussed today may seem ordinary. Too much sitting, too much isolation, too much stress, poor sleep, and unhealthy food. But these habits quietly shape your future. The encouraging truth is this: they are all within your control. You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. Just start with one change. Take a walk, call a friend, turn off the screen earlier tonight, choose healthier food tomorrow. Small choices repeated over time create extraordinary results, and every step you take today is an investment in a future where you are still here, still strong, still living with purpose. Because reaching 100 isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. Thank you for listening.